Hello Alphilas, welcome back again to this channel. Still with Genshin TCG video. So in this 5.7 version, they introducing 3 new Netland character which are Mavuika, Chasca and Citlali. But for this video, we will be focusing on Chasca. Does she work exactly the same way as in the game? Well, you will figure it out after this. In this video, we will be covering her kit, how she used in the game, how this card mechanic works, and take recommendation for her. Grab your snack, because this might be a long video. You may not feel like watching all parts of the video, so I set up timestamp in the description so you can skip to the part that you want. Okay, without lingering any longer, let's get straight down to how Chasca Kit in Genshin TCG work. Chasca in TCG is still the same as in the game, which is an vision holder and needs a counterpart with other elements such as Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, and Electro in order to perform well. Her kit will mainly focus on her discard ability and Shadowhunt shell. At first glance, Chasca will be a great support that makes characters like Will or all devouring Narwhal more powerful than before. Now let's jump ahead into Chasca Kit. We start from her normal attack, which has a cost of 1 Anemo dice and 2 unaligned dice. In this act, she only deals 2 physical damage to the enemy. There's nothing special about her normal attack. Let's move on to her elemental skill. This elemental skill is having 3 Anemo dice for a cost. When performing her elemental skill, Chasca will deal 1 Anemo damage to the enemy, then enters her next Soul Blessing status, and draws a card from our deck. After using this skill, we will obtain Intent to Cover status, where the next character swap will immediately draw us 1 card from our deck, and this status will disappear whenever we have already swapped our character till 2 times. Afterward, Chasca automatically gets 2 Nexo points and attach technique Soulsniper ritual staff into her. Okay, if you've been absent from TCG for a long time and just come back to TCG now, you might be confused about what technique is. So, technique is a type of equipment other than artifact, weapons, and talents that can be equipped by a character where the function of this technique is to provide extra skills for the character wearing the technique. To get this technique, there are 2 ways, which come from a specific character skills or we use the existing technique card. Up to version 5.7, we have 9 different technique cards that we can acquire from stores. As for the technique cards that we can gain from character skill, it is possessed from characters such as Hydro Hilichar Rogue, Lore Master, and more. Are we able to have more than 1 technique so that our character have more than 1 additional skill? Well, the answer is no. Just like any other equipment such as weapons, artifacts, and talents, whenever we override them, we will remove the effect of the previous technique and get the effect of the new technique. Keep in mind that using technique will not grant you energy, like using skills, unless your character is equipped with Demon Warrior Feeder Mask artifact, which will grant you 1 point of energy after your character use technique. However, this energy gain is capped at once per round. That's enough for technique. Let's head back to Chasca technique, Soulsniper ritual staff. You will find at the left of Chasca normal attack, there will be a new button that will require you to pay 2 Anemo dice for its consumption. If we hit that button, Then you will consume 1 Exo point from Chasca, then randomly discard 3 cards from your hand that have the highest cost. As for this card, I will further explain this later because there are several ways that allow us to manipulate this card regardless of their random choice, which we will cover it later after this kit session. Next, since Chasca basically only has 2 Nexo points, then we can be able to use this technique 2 times. You could use it 3 times or more if you play Abundant Blockstone card while using this Chasca technique. Also note that when we enter Chasca Nexo Blessing status, we cannot press her elemental skills again until her Nexo Blessing is complete or Nexo points are all consumed. That's for Chasca elemental skill. Now we move on to her elemental burst. Chasca elemental burst costs 3 anemo dice and requires 2 points of energy to cast. After performing her elemental burst, Chasca will deal 1 anemo damage to the enemy active characters and 1 piercing damage to each enemy on standby. Then Chasca will draw 3 cards. That's for her elemental burst, but we're not done there, but instead we will move on to Chasca Passive. Chasca Passive takes effect at the start of the game or at the beginning of first round. What happened at the start of the game? So, Chasca will automatically place 6 Shadowhunt Cell cards into your deck at random. Now, what is the Shadowhunt Cell about? Let's find out more. Shadowhunt Cell is a card that categorized as an event card. This card has a base element which is anemo and can be converted into Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro elements. To convert Shadowhunt Cell elements, you must draw this card when your active character is between Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro. So, as you can see, when our active character is Xinyan, then Shadowhunt Cell is instantly converted to the corresponding element. Please note that Shadowhunt Cell can only be converted to 1 element only. To convert it to another element, you must play the card or discard the corresponding Shadowhunt Cell, which upon being used, it will create a new Shadowhunt Cell with anemo element type and place it back in your deck. Also, Shadowhunt Cell will not be converted or remain as an anemo element when your active character has Dendro and Geo element or anemo itself. That's how elements in Shadowhunt Cell are determined. Now for the effect of this card after being played or discarded. This card will deal 1 point of damage according to the element that Shadowhunt Cell has. If it has Pyro element, then it deals 1 Pyro damage. The same goes for Anemo, Hydro, Electro, and Cryo. As for Chasca talent, it's just very simple that you will just generate 1 Shadowhunt Cell immediately and convert it depend on what your active character was. To be honest, if we can decide which card to discard, the output damage and reaction can be what we expect. But somehow, all these card mechanics are set to be randomized, so we cannot choose the card we want. We can indeed select according to the highest cost of the cards in our hands, but sometimes it still doesn't give player the most control over the order in which they should be discarded first. With that, we conclude Chasca Kit session and deep dive into this card. This card is literally you throw out the card in your hand. Hold on, would not it be better to elemental tune that card instead of throw them nowhere for a bit benefit? Well, perhaps you're still new here, but it has been more than a year since this card mechanic was introduced. The goal is that there are some cards that want to be discarded rather than you using them straight or playing them by consuming dice. So now, this card brings a new type of gameplay in Genshin TCG. Does it mean that if the card we want to discard is were just elemental tone, then it doesn't trigger the card effect when it is discarded? Yep, that's correct. To perform discard itself, some access from character kits such as Chasca, Xinyan, and more. Then there are also those in the form of support card, event card, and equipment card. Next, up until now, more than 90% of discard mechanic have the same method, which is to randomly discard card with higher cost first. Well, this is the drawback of discard itself, that we cannot choose which card we want to discard. But that was back then. Now with the existence of Chasca, we can slightly manipulate this card, even though the program still randomizes the card with the highest cost. I can say that when the round starts, the order of the discard is already determined for all your character. So let's say there are two characters with discard ability, that is Chasca and all devouring narwhal or whale. Their discard order will be exactly the same. I'll prove it later. First of all, before heading to there, I found several ways to change the discard order that were determined at the beginning of round. Here is the list. Let's start from select first. In nutshell, select ability is the ability that allows us to choose a card from the available options. You can find this ability in some character kits such as Mavuika and Chiori, support cards such as Master of the Night Wind, and event cards such as Eremite Time, Mystic Soup, and more. For the implementation here, I will show you the discard order of Chasca first, then Xinyan discard order, then to Whale or all devouring narwhal discard order. As for Chasca, here we can see 3 cards, Xinyan 1 card, and Whale is also 1 card. Now, since I mentioned that the discard order of all character is the same, the first card they discard should be all the same. Let's check them out. Okay, here we are showed Vaporous reaction between Pyro first and then Hydro. Because Chasca is discarding 3 cards, we can assume there is one Shadowhunt Cell Anemo before or after the Vaporous reaction occurs, or there could be none. So there are 3 possible orders: Shadowhunt Cell Anemo, Pyro, and then Hydro, or Shadowhunt Cell Pyro, Pyro, and then Hydro, or Shadowhunt Cell Pyro, Hydro, and then Anemo. That's our prediction for the discard order for Chasca and the others. Now let's see if Shadowhunt Cell Anemo or Pyro will be discarded by Xinyan. We should know from here what Shadowhunt Cell will be discarded by all devouring narwhal or whale, because as I said before, that the discard order for all your character is the same. Let's move on to Xinyan.
Let's jam!
You guys can see here that the first card discarded by Xinyan is Shadowhunt Cell Anemo, which means that the discard order of our 3 character here is first Shadowhunt Cell Anemo, second one is Shadowhunt Cell Pyro, and the third one is Shadowhunt Cell Hydro. We can guess that when we swap to Whale, then he will discard Shadowhunt Cell Anemo just like his ally for the first card. Let's have a look as a proof. And as you can see here, will discard Shadowhunt Anemo as the first discard. So is this coincidence? Let's change the discard order for those three by using select ability first and see how their discard order looks like.
Breeze is restless today.
And boom! The discard order now changed to Shadowhunt Pyro, Shadowhunt Anemo, and then Shadowhunt Pyro. Since Chasca discard order changed, especially in her first card, then we can see that the discard order in Xinyan and will also turns to Shadowhunt Pyro first. Let's have a look.
I'm taking the stage.
And as you can see, Xinyan deals 3 pyro damage. Of course, that's not from her alone, but 2 pyro damage is raw, and the additional 1 pyro damage is from Shadowhunt Pyro. Still don't believe me? Let's move to well and see if the first card in the discard order is Shadowhunt Pyro. How is it? Are you starting to believe now that this discard is actually not done randomly? From the experiment I did, this game actually determined the discard order at the beginning of each round, which you or your character will use as a reference for which card will be discarded first. But this is still one of the methods to change the discard order. There are still 5 other methods that I found. Different from the select ability, these 5 methods have similarities in their concept of how they reshuffle the order. So after this, I will explain one concept that will be used by these 5 methods. Let's jump in without further ado. So right here I made a small flowchart about the flow of this card on how they can be reordered. This flowchart is based on more than 90% of discard mechanic in the game, which is to discard with the highest cost first. This flowchart may be less relevant considering that until version 5.7, we can only use Chasca Shadowhunt and her technique as an experimental baseline. Let's start with the first one, round start, because your discard order is automatically randomized again when the round starts. Now, for the randomization method, the game will group the card in your hand based on the cost of your hand. Cost 3 with cost 3 and cost 2 with cost 2. Then, the game will randomize each group and generate an output called discard order. Now, from this discard order, we can change the sequence in 6 ways from the list that I presented earlier. This change will be done for each group, so if one group changes its members, then their discard order change, and the other groups are not affected for the discard order change. Except for select, it is special because it can directly change the discard order for all groups, while the remaining 5 will follow the previous rules. Let's start with elemental tuning first. Let's take a look at the following discard order. From the following discard order, we can assume that there are 2 possibilities, which are Shadowhunt Anemo, then Anemo again, and then Hydro, or Shadowhunt Anemo, then Hydro, and then Hydro again. Since this unconfirmed Shadowhunt is in second place, we cannot know for sure. But at least, let's make sure that first place is Shadowhunt Anemo through Xinyan and Will skill.
I'm taking the stage.
Okay, it is confirmed. that the first card sequence to be discarded is Shadowhunt Anemo. Now we go back to Chasca and do elemental tune with the same cost as this Shadowhunt. As you can see, the discard order has changed. This time, there are even 3 possibilities. The first possibility is Shadowhunt Anemo, then Hydro, and the last one is Pyro. And for the second possibility is Shadowhunt Hydro, then Hydro again, and the last one is Pyro. And for the third possibility is Shadowhunt Hydro, and then Shadowhunt Pyro, and the last one is Shadowhunt Anemo. The main thing is that the order of this discard have changed because we did elemental tune beforehand. But let's also make sure that the discard order has changed with Xinyan and Will skills. They should have discard either Shadowhunt Anemo or Hydro.
I'm taking the stage.
For Will, because the stack is 4, it means that the skill damage is 2, plus Shadowhunt Hydro makes a total of 3 Hydro damage as the final output. It's a bit long actually if you want to discuss about Will Kit, maybe we will do it another time for the full details. Okay, let's do one more elemental tuning to convince you guys even more. I'm not going to mention the Shadowhunt order, so I don't yap too much. You can see it on the screen on the right.
Let's jam.
Well, that's if we're elemental tuning at the same cost as Shadowhunt. What if we do elemental tune with cards that cost less than Shadowhunt? Well, let's witness this clip first. Okay, for the discard order, you can just look at the right of the screen, so let's see if they can change.
Let's jam.
That's the order, and now let's start elemental tuning.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
Okay, it's still the same after 2 times of elemental tune. Let's check with Will to see if it is changed. Let's try elemental tuning again for the 3rd time. And this is the 4th time. Alright, can you see it there? As you can see, this cannot change the discard order. Following the rule that I said earlier, that if one group has a change its member, then only that group will have its discard order change, and the other group are not affected in any way. In this case, the group with cost 1 and cost 2 are changed in the discard order, while the group with cost 3 is not affected at all. If you still ask how their member change, there are 5 of them. That is elemental tune, steal card, draw card, create card, and then play card. Moving on to the next one, that is steal ability. Until version 5.7, we are only given 2 ways to get this steal ability, which is from Yumkasaurus Technic card and Kinit's Talent. In this experiment, we will only use Yumkasaurus because the results are definitely the same as Kinit's talent. There are two things I want to highlight here, which are when we steal opponent card and the opponent steal our card. Let's watch the following clip, how the Shadowhunt cell order is.
Let's jam!
Okay, next let's start doing steal. And wow, there's extra information. If we take an opponent's Shadowhunt cell that is still in Anemo element, the Shadowhunt cell will change according to our current active character. Well, it is rarely pulled out something like this. Anyway, the order has changed. You can see it on the first card that
I'm
will
taking
be
the
discarded
stage.
by Will. There should be 3 pyro damage, but I put rainbow macaroni there already. My bad everyone. And yeah, it might still be the same in Chasca, but it is been proven by Xinyan and Will that our discard order has changed.
The breeze is restless today.
I'm taking the stage.
We know that Xinyan going to discard Shadowhunt cell Pyro earlier, so now let's steal once again and we will see what card she will discard. And yep, it turns into Anemo. Now, let's also try if opponent steal our card. Ah yes, opponent hand is already full. I forgot to throw away a card. Well, the effect from the steal is still exists though. By the way, with egg stack, it indicates that well skill damage is 3, and it has changed again for the Shadowhunt cell that was discarded first to the Hydro element. Now let's see what happens if what we steal is less than the cost of Shadowhunt cell. First, as usual, we look at our character discard order first. Then we just start stealing their cards.
I'm taking the stage.
And the first card to be discarded now is still the same as before, Shadowhunt Anemo.
Let's jam.
This is still related to our previous rule because the group member of cost 3 are not affected at all. So our discard order does not change at all. Maybe that's all for Steel ability to change the discard order. Now we move on to drawing card. If Elemental Tune is reducing the cards in our hand, then draw cards work the other way around. Still using the group rule that we used earlier. So for example, in our hand, there is a group of cards with cost 3 and cost 2. Then we draw a card and the cost of the card we get is 3. Then the discard order that changes is only the group of cards with cost 3. That's about it. For more details, let's watch this following gameplay. We start by checking discard order in Chasca as usual in order to know at least the first 3 order of discard order. Then for more detail, on the first card to be discarded, we can look at Xinyan and Will. Okay, for the Shadowhunt order, this time is Anemo, Hydro, and then Anemo again. Six stack Will means 3 damage skill plus 1 Shadowhunt Anemo, so the total is 4 damage now. Okay, let's start draw some
Chamber
cards.
full and ready to roll.
We got ourselves 2 cards with cost 3 here, and the discard order has changed again as you can see.
I'm taking the stage.
The order now changed from Anemo, Hydro, and Anemo to Anemo, Hydro, and finish off by Pyro. Thanks to Chasca, we would know that there was a change in the discard order because the first and the second order of the discarded card are the same, while the third one is not. Well, to ensure that the group rule is even more convincing, we will now try to draw card below the cost of Shadowhunt. As usual, we look at the discard order on our 3
I'm
character
taking the
first.
stage.
Chamber full and ready to
Okay,
roll.
now we just draw the card. And we got cost 1 and 0. Now let's look at the discard order again. And yep, there is no change as expected.
I'm taking the stage.
Also, let's check on Xinyan and Will. Next, we're on to the next method that I discovered could change the discard order as well, which is create card. In short, this ability or action can create card that will be placed in your hand directly. For the experiment here, we will use Keching and Forina as a comparison of the same cost as Shadowhunt and with a cost that is not the same or below of that Shadowhunt. As usual, we check the discard order first, but this time we only check it on Chasca. Okay, we've seen the discard order. Let's go straight to Keching to get her stiletto.
Let's finish this quickly.
Yes, I ended the round too soon on the opponent's side, so just ignore the first element that appear, okay?
Ready to roll.
Now that the discard order has changed, the damage we deal is 3, which means that only 2 Shadowhunt Anemo will be discarded and the remaining one is Stiletto from Kaching. The important thing is that we know that the discard order has changed. Now we try to go to Furina and get a card with a 0 cost.
I knew you'd miss me.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
And as we expected, it cannot change the discard order. Well, this doesn't kill opponent Chasca, but if you already know how to change the discard order, then things can change like this. It is wonderful, isn't it?
Couldn't transcend.
Okay, we are moving into the last method, which is play card. Well, you've already figured out that when we want to change the discard order of Shadowhunt cell, then play a card with a cost of 3, then this discard order will change. It is that simple. You can check out the clip right here. So those are the 6 methods that you can use to optimize your discard order. Of course, you may occasionally use this or may ignore them in certain situations, but at least let this be in your mind before deciding your move. We are not done here for this card session, but I will share additional information, which is we know earlier that the discard order from our team is the same, not to mention equipment as well. Therefore, here I will show that with the Chasca skill alone, you can find out which card that your equipment gonna discard. Let's see if that's true. As usual, we first look at the discard order in Chasca. There are 3 possibilities of discard order. But it's clear that Shadowhunt Cell Hydro will not be discarded at all. We will see what card get discarded first after this.
I'm taking the stage.
And it is Shadowhunt Cell Pyro, which means the rest are Pyro again, and the last one is Anemo.
The breeze is restless today.
That was one of the benefits using Chasca skill. In other characters like Xinyan and Will for example, you can know the next discard order, but they are only kept at once. Unlike Chasca, who can foreseeing 1, 2, 3 of your card. Speaking of knowing and changing the discard order, can we change the discard order of our enemies? Well, don't get me wrong, you can. Surely what's on your mind is still right? Yup, that is one way to change discard order on your enemy. There are 2 ways that I found actually. First is the steal ability and the second is the select ability. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It is true that select can change your enemy discard order. Don't believe me? Let's look at the discard order in Chasca first. Well, this one I got good is that there are 2 reactions going on. Starting with Shadowhunt Cell Hydro, then Anemo, and ending with Pyro. Now, we swap first and let the enemy use the select ability.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom! Yep. Now the scroll reaction is gone, replaced by Vaporize here. Now it's our turn to use the select ability. Can we change opponent discard order? Of course, this one will be helped by Dog Hand that equipped on Ayaka. You can see that will be hit by Shadowhunt Hydro here. If in normal game, you might not attack her because will potentially get freeze. But can we change this? Let's just use the select ability. Okay, first attempt, still didn't get rid of their Shadowhunt Hydro, so let's do a second attempt. And the second one will still discard their Shadowhunt Hydro. Let's try one last time to see if it changes. My luck is kind of bad here. Finally, it changed to Shadowhunt Cryo, which means Ayaka would not be able to freeze will in the near time. Before wrapping up discard session, I said that more than 90% discard mechanic follow the same method of discarding with the highest cost card first. Now, who are the rest that are not included in more than 90%? So far, I found that there are two different mechanics. First is Xinyan Burst, and then the second one is Topyas Goodwill, which you can get from Serene. Is there anything else? Well, there are actually some character kits that do discard, but their cards are already determined. For example, is just like Navia Skill, Scorpion, and Serpent Burst. This one I don't need to explain any further because they discard specific cards that are already defined, so there's no RNG right here. What's more important is that, like the previous one, there's no guarantee of the exact order that card is gonna get discarded. I didn't discuss them further, so let's go straight to the Xinyan Burst mechanic. You thought that Xinyan Burst was just discarding all those cards? Well, you got it wrong. Due to Chasca Raffle, we can find out the truth behind Xinyan Burst. So, actually, even though Xinyan discarded all the cards, there were two interesting things that I found, which were the discarded card is actually follow the order when was Xinyan got every card, and the discarded card were prioritized with the highest cost first. After this, I will give a full gameplay of a match so that you know that Xinyan Burst has its own rules. You can skip if you feel it takes too long to see the card drawing process.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
That's fine.
Resources today.
Let's jam.
Okay, and now we're ready to do Xinyan first. You can pay close attention after this, or if you're not sure if there is something missing, I wrote it down to the right of screen that which card have been discarded.
Amp it up.
As you can see, even though Xinyan discarded all of our cards in the order of when we obtained them, she still prioritized the highest cost first. We saw earlier that Jeffrey's bullet come out last, even though we got it midway through the game. That's for Xinyan Burst, and for Topyas Goodwill, it is actually because she discarded too randomly, so we have a bit trouble analyzing it, considering that she doesn't care about the cost of your card. And yep, that's the last one for this discard session. I need to point out once again that the discard experiment I'm doing now might not be relevant in the future, considering that until version 5.7 we don't have testing object such as the cost 2, cost 1 or maybe cost 4 version of Shadowhunt cell. So this experiment is still focused on Chasca itself, so please keep that in mind. What I hope from this experiment is that this can maximize your gameplay, especially in the discard deck of course. Okay, we end this discard session and then move on to Chasca deck and showcase session. For the deck that I'm sharing right now, there will be two playstyles. First one is a deck that will rely on Chasca, and the second one is a deck that doesn't need Chasca. Not needing here means that the purpose of bringing Chasca here is mainly just to draw cards and get the Shadowhunt cell, so we don't use Chasca to discard some cards. Unlike the first one, we use Chasca as the main core that control overreaction to the enemy. Let's go straight to the first deck. Our first deck consists of Citlali, Chasca, and Mavuika. In general, the purpose of this deck is that we will play a massive melt reaction through Chasca with the help of Citlali, who has a talent card that can increase pyro and hydro damage after we cause a melt reaction against the enemy. Then, for Mavuika here, mainly provide additional card for Chasca discard and provide follow-up pyro damage after Chasca use her technique. This is our decklist for this time. I will talk about each card one by one. Let's start with the talent that we bring here. There are Citlali and Chasca talent. Citlali talent here is the most important because she will increase pyro and hydro damage from our character, even though there are no hydro character, but considering there are only 2 usage, it is actually enough to increase pyro damage of our team. Chasca talent here is only a complement actually to fulfill the condition of Stove God, where we want to get Citlali talent very early. So bringing one Chasca talent here is more than enough because so that the chance of Citlali talent appear after we use Stove God in round 1 is higher. Stove God itself is mainly used to summon Citlali talent in round 1, but if we get it during the first draw in the starting hand, then we can consider putting the Stove God back in the deck. You can hold it, but instead of getting double Citlali talent, you better put Stove God back in your deck. That's my recommendation, but if you still want to get Chasca talent from Stove God, it is okay to keep it. As for artifact here, we have 3 different kinds, which are Gilded Dream, Golden Troop, and Wanderer Troop. The purpose of Gilded Dream here is so clear, which is to give 2 dice for free when Timaeus has 3 stack. Then we have Golden Troop, which we will use mainly in Citlali if we get in the first round, because later on, of course, as a start we will start from Mavuika first. And our last artifact is Wanderer Troop, where the goal here is to discard Mavuika 3 cost card or Shadowhunt cell, pyro or cryo. Usually the combo of Wanderer Troop at the beginning is that we will use it together with Catherine for face swap, then we should discard Shadowhunt cell, pyro or Mavuika card cost 3 and we can swirl directly on Chasca, and we can get a melt reaction which will trigger Citlali talent to give us the buff. Next, we have Town Winery, which obviously offers efficiency on our dice when making swap. For the companion itself here, we will use Dunyarzad, Lipen, Timaeus, and Catherine. The best thing we want here is to get Dunyarzad with at least one companion in our starting hand, because getting combo like this is the best while still in round 1 for this deck. Next, we have Strategize, which of course it will be our little draw power. Then we also bring the Pearl Princess here if we want to override equipment such as artifact, if the technique will disappear or the usage runs out, and the character will die along with the equipment, whether it is an artifact, technique, weapon, or talent. Then for more powerful draw power compared to Strategize, we have Countdown to the Show and Sing Your Heart Out. For starting hand, you just take one of them, and my recommendation is to prioritize Sing Your Heart Out first, because Countdown can be used as discard material later. Then we have another 2 cards left, Art of Sleepy Meditation and Mystic Soup. They both have select abilities which you can use to readjust your discard order. For Art of Sleepy Meditation, apart from fixing the discard order, you can also use it before you use the 3 cost technique Mavuika and Shadowhunt if you cannot discard them. As for Mystic Soup itself, you should already know that you can use it both for offensive and defensive purpose. Well, I didn't explain one by one, but you can just look at the following list if you are curious what they contain. Let's move on to the starting hand. Here are some cards that I suggest you could grab. There's Town Winery, which make you less concerned about the cost when doing character swap. Then there is the companion combo, of course, which is Dunyarzad followed by any companion cards such as Catherine, Timaeus, and Lipen. Getting this companion combo is a very good start for this deck, but if you only get a companion without Dunyarzad, it is still okay to like Timaeus only or Lipen only. They are still good for them at the beginning of the round 1. Then there is Citlali talent, which will increase your pyro or hydro damage after triggering melt reaction on opponent. Next, there is Topyas, which you keep it if you don't get Citlali talent card at the beginning. If you already get the Citlali talent card, then you can just throw this one card into your deck, or you can keep it as well. It's okay to get the Chasca talent directly, but for my preference, if you have got Citlali talent in the starting hand, then you can just put Topyas back in your deck. Then there is Strategize to get both more cards. And the last one is either Sing Your Heart Out or Countdown to the Show. Both cards here are great for drawing a large number of cards, but if you get one of them later, you can just throw the other one away. I mainly recommend Sing Your Heart Out over Countdown to the Show because, as I said before, Countdown to the Show can be discarded later to get a lower cost. From the following list, of course, you also have to consider it by calculating the total price you will spend on this card. For example, if you want to full RAM in round 1, then make sure you can spend all 8 dice. After this, I will show you how I play this deck. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the game. Okay, we're going into the game. And now for the starting hand, we have Lipen, Dunyarzad, Topyas, Mystic Soup, and Sing Your Heart Out. Okay, so now I would like to keep the companion combo, that is Dunyarzad and Lipen, and then I keep as well Topyas and Sing Your Heart Out, because we didn't get Citlali talent, so I'm just keep the stuff god. And as for the mystic soup, I throw it out because yeah, I don't use it in the first round. So for now, let's just throw that mystic soup to deck, and then for the first character I choose here is Mavuika, obviously, because Mavuika skill only require 2 dice, so the rest of the dice after Mavuika skill is cast, we can use them for a ramping for next round. As for now, we'll just use the sing your heart out first. Okay, I'm getting Chasca talent right there. So if I'm using Stuff God right now, so it definitely would be a Citlali talent. That's good news right there. Okay, I'm gonna use Mavuika skill first and getting the 3 cost card.
Rise with the sun. Light it up.
And now I'm gonna use as well Stuff God, and there it is, Citlali talent. And the next is companion combo. I'm gonna use Dunyazat first, and then Timaeus. Last dice is for Citlali talent. And we're going to the next round. Okay, another sing your heart out, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna use that again. Okay, now it's time to we move into Citlali, and now we have to cast her skill to get her shield and its papa, so we could get like her follow up cryo damage. And now Citlali shield is already applied. Now we can go into Chasca. Okay, right now I think we already can go into Chasca, so let's just going into Chasca right now.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
They should cast another Mavuika skill to keep Chlorine can do overload damage. Yeah, they should get another Mavuika skill, and yeah, I should can do swirl right here. Okay, yes, as expected, that is another Mavuika skill, and now I, I just do Chasca skill right here, and then there it is. Okay, nice. Shadowhunt shell, an animal one, and now they are going into chlorine. Yeah, they should cast her skill right now. Yeah, but they only have 2 dice. It means that they probably gonna use Covenant if they have it. Chlorine skill and 1 normal attack with Covenant. Maybe that is my prediction. Okay, oh, they had, yeah, that bone crutchers to get more dice. Okay,
Into the
interesting.
shadows.
But anyway, I'm gonna, okay, that is good reaction with Chasca technique. But I think if I'm use another Chasca talent, I'm gonna get Shadowhunt Shell Blood, and then yeah, it's definitely animal, and oh, it is so bad reaction. The previous one is better, but yeah, that's just tuning 3 costs here, and then there it is. We got a good reaction right there. Nice. Ooh, that's definitely 3 reaction on chlorine. Wow, so satisfying. Yeah, there's no way chlorine could. Yeah, there's nothing much that chlorine do right now. So let's just use this Chasca technique. Okay, that's kind of a lot of damage. I'll be honest. Okay, we're forced to move into Mavuika because of overload. Okay, right now, in case they could do another normal attack, I would like to swap to Citlali. So if they're using another normal attack,
Leave me
we
alone.
could
Never
swap
mind. Let's go.
free to Chasca, because another swirl is very good. That, yeah, they're already cryo aura and pyro aura so much on their, yes, on their status. So if Chasca swirl again right now, it would be like, yeah, double kill or maybe killing them all in one skill or one technique. Okay, we don't have any test again right now, so what do we do is, yeah, leave and then going into next round. Okay, and then they are leave. Good game. Well, okay, that's, I'll be honest, using this deck is very hard because of what? Yeah, you cannot like choose reaction what do you want, and then yeah, getting Citlali talent is very necessary. If you don't get it, and then yeah, your damage is, yes, somehow drop so much. So yeah, Citlali talent is very important in this deck. So if you didn't get it early, then You still can play and continue your game, but yes, it is not the optimum gameplay you had. Well, actually, that is one of the satisfying deck that Casca had, but yes, this one is not too consistent, so I would not recommend this to you. But this is one of the fun deck that I've ever had. But yeah, the best deck that Casca had is, in my opinion, is obviously that one with Layla, Casca, and all devouring narwhal, or we call it whale, because yeah, there is only one reaction that we aim, that is a frozen one. Next deck we have Layla, Casca, and Whale. Since there is Whale already, this is not an aggro deck of course, but it is between midrange and stall. In short, this deck expects you to get as much Shadowhunt Cryo as possible early on through Layla, which will then use this card to stop your opponent movement. This will feel more surprising if you have Catherine to face swap to Whale. The purpose of stopping the enemy movement here is of course to make more space for Whale to survive until the next round, considering Whale gets his additional max HP at the end of the round. For Casca, this time she is not the main character in the deck, but she will play two roles. The first is to provide Shadowhunt Cell, and the second one is help draw card only. So it will be very rare for you to use Casca technique here. Well, in my opinion, this deck is more consistent than the previous one, because here you will only target freezing your opponent, nothing else. What need to be considered later is how to fit the whale, because we always want to get as much additional max HP for whale. So always paying attention to the cost of the card that are you discard or elemental tune, because it will be very important here. Okay, let's go straight to the deck list and talk about each card one by one. Let's start from talent. Here we bring two types of talent with one of each, that is for Whale and Casca. Casca talent is mainly used to create Shadowhunt Cryo when our active character is Layla. Then our second talent is Whale, which we will use to increase Whale survivability. Next, we also bring an artifact, which is Tenacity of Millelith, that we will equip later on Whale only. Because for other Tenacity card, we will use it to fit our build up HP for Whale. Next, there is Vanarana, who will keep our remaining dice at the end of the round and will carry them to the next round, capped at 2 dice only. Our next support card is the Central Laboratory, which will be an investment for our dice in the future. For the companion here, it is almost similar to the previous deck. The only thing here, we replace Timaeus with Seren. Seren will generate as many cards as possible to build up Will HP. There are many kinds of cards that Serene can give. You can see the following list if you are interested. Next, we have Arcane card with the Capitano picture, which function here is to increase Will max HP even more. Remember that to use this Arcane card, you must have at least one of your character die. If there are two, then will automatically get more additional max HP as well. Strategize to draw card of course. Then there is Vanessa, who will help you when you cannot do elemental tune anymore and you want to do elemental tune again. So this card will convert some of your dice to random element so that you can continue elemental tune and feed the well again. Next we have Sunyata Flower, which you can use to obtain good support card or find more whale food. For Countdown to the Soul and Sing Your Heart Out, it stays the same as the previous deck. I recommend getting Sing Your Heart Out if you get them both. together in the first row of the starting hand. As for the card to fix the discard order, I also prepare Art of Sleepy Meditation and Mystic Soup. Then we also bring a card with a Casca riding a Quicosaurus right here. This card is multifunctional. You can use it to discard your card. You can also use it to fix your discard order. And also, if you discard this card, then you will draw one card. Lastly, to increase well durability, I broke one rainbow macaroni for him during mid to the late game. That's it for our second deck list. Now let's discuss which card we should get in the starting hand. First of all, for the arcane card this time, we will return to the deck because it is definitely not usable in the first round. Furthermore, if you get the Casca talent, then you can consider saving it to quickly create Shadowhunt Cell Cryo at the beginning if perhaps Shadowhunt Cell doesn't appear at the beginning when drawing card on Layla as your active character. Furthermore, there is Tenacity, which will have a role in providing more protection to Well every round, which is 2 shields. Then there is the Central Laboratory, which function for our future dice investment. You can keep Vanarana, but I rarely keep this card for the first round. Then, just like previous deck, the companion combo of Dunyazad plus any companion is the best start for this deck. Even if you only get a companion without Dunyazad, it is still okay, you can keep it too. Strategize is also good for low cost draw power at the beginning of game. Then also for the high cost draw, there is Countdown to the Show and Sing Your Heart Out, which is the same as before. If you get both in the first row of the starting hand, then prioritize Sing Your Heart Out first. Apart from the card I mentioned earlier, you can just return them to the deck and take another card. Let me remind you that you certainly cannot get and use all these cards in the first round, so don't forget to consider each card cost, which card to play in the first round, and which one to play in later rounds, in case your dice aren't enough. That's it for the starting hand prioritization. Now we move on to the game, how I play this deck. Okay, we're going to play the second deck. That is, Layla, Casca, and Whale. And now we're going to get the first turn, and then for the starting hand we got Laboratory, and then Catherine, and then Capitano Arcane, and then two Casca cards right here. So I would like to keep Laboratory and Catherine, I guess, and then the rest of those three I'm gonna throw at the deck. And then Dunyazad, please. No, okay, nice. We got Dunyazad right here. That's good. And then let's just start from Layla because we do want to get Shadowhunt Cell Cryo as much as possible. Okay, there we go. We got Cryo right here. So for the first round right here, what do we do is just ram, and we're not going to like elemental tune or discard for this round. So for the main thing that we do here is ram, and then get or draw card as much as possible for the round 2. So the round 2 we can like build up additional max HP. And then let's just do the companion combo right here. What do we got? Hope we okay. We got Serene right here. That's good. Okay, I could use this. What do we got? Okay. Oh, routine support. Okay, I can I can attack them via routine support right here. So I might just use this. Okay. Now, I should use this one, but I probably gonna use Seren first right now. Yeah. So let's just. Oh no! I'm gonna use the second Seren first, and then going into Layla skill. With Sluasi support. This one is so good, but hopefully I'm not going to get like Ganyo talent card because that will ruin my whale so much. Please don't get me like Ganyo talent, please. Yeah, hopefully not Ganyo talent.
My guiding stars.
Oh my, I got the -2 damage. Oh yeah, oh yes. Right then, talent is reduced to 3, so it should be fine. The problem is just Ganyo talent. Ganyo talent because Ganyo talent is having like 5 costs right there. So we don't want that, and yeah. Okay. Okay, so much Omni. Oh wait, they go ram so hard. Okay. Well, they probably gonna do frost flake right here. So I might just I do want to elemental tune right now, so I still need like yeah unaligned dice for sure. Oh, I'm only get 3. Oh, okay. Oh, Puka support, but my
Come on out.
support, my support field is already full right here, sadly. And now, because it is already full, oh, I need like to discard this thing. I could like discard this one and did this one, and then hopefully if I could get. Okay, first of all, let's put this one down first. Put this one down first, and then Capitano Arcane. No. Yeah, we could like use Lossy right here, and yeah, please don't be Ganyu talent. Man, help me. Don't be Ganyu talent. Okay, nice. Okay. Two cost card is this is one so good because we got the same cost for whale. That's very good. And now I'm gonna just discard this one, and then I could just I'm gonna keep macaroni for sure. This one I don't want to use. Okay, I could elemental tune Puka with Lipen right here. And then as for now, I think the best thing that we can do is yeah, go to Casca.
Chamber full and ready
Go
to
to
roll.
Cascar. And then after that, we're going yeah, elemental skill. Elemental skill.
Let's fly.
Oh wait, I forgot to get Shadowhunt Shell Cryo from Layla. Oh yeah, that's very bad actually.
Right now.
Oh, they're doing another skill. Okay. Okay. Since I'm forget to get like Shadowhunt Shell Cryo from Layla, so I might just go back to her. And for now, I'm just discard this one. And then I need to discard more card actually. So I do want to use this one. If I discard this one and then yeah, I probably yeah, this one I'm gonna discard and then I'm going to
Can't
Layla.
sleep. Let's go for a
Oh,
walk
there you go,
then.
Shadowhunt Cell Cryo. Nice. We got our first Shadowhunt Cell Cryo. Okay, they probably gonna Frost Flake next round. So we have to be careful to our will. Okay, this one I'm gonna discard and then this one as well. So we now can use the Tenacity of Millilith. And now this is will give us 2 card at the start of the round. So it would be +2 with at the end of round, so it would be 4, and then next round we could get like 9 card in our hand. So good, so good. Okay, now I think we could pass right here. Okay, great, we could pass. Okay, we should be safe. Okay, Layla get hurt so much, but that is no problem. Okay, there's a 3 cost, we have to care about this. Now, because we have Catherine in our support card, we could like jump scare them with a surprise freeze, of course. So now they cannot use Frost Black Arrow. And then cannot tell support. Yeah, both of them is the same one. Cannot tell support. Yeah. I might use. There's 0 in Deep 4 to main. Okay, now I need to put this one. Okay, put this one before going into whale. And now I'm gonna put this one. And then yeah, going into the well. Oh, there you go, strategize. I'm going to just discard that in case we don't get those 2. There you go, you got those. Okay, I'm just making some mistake right here. And now how do I get the last dice? 4 wheel. Oh my god. Oh, now that's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh wait, I still cannot use that actually. Pretty much. Cannot do the support. I cannot use this actually, so yeah. Since we want to get like the same order, so let's just throw this as one, and then yeah, we could like normal attack right here. Normal attack, so we could apply another cryo to Ganyu. And surely Layla is already going to die right here. So let's just sacrifice
My
her.
mind is completely blank. I need
Because
to get out
it is
and unwind.
almost Poe. That will grant Ganyu like +2 damage again. So yeah, Layla will add 2 HP next round. So what do we want is Layla gonna take that Frost Flag arrow damage from Ganyu. So now I'm gonna, hopefully this is another Shadowhunt Cell Cryo from Layla to convert. And let's just use this one. And there you go, we got another Shadowhunt Cell Cryo. Nice. And now we could pass. And we gain another stack from Will. Nice. Now my Will already on 12 HP. Very good. Do I need get less Hydro dice? I think not. I might just keep this. Let's just reroll a bit. Okay, 1 Hydro dice. Nice. Layla should be die right here. Okay, that addict. Okay, nice. Nice pull they move. Okay, I love that. So now they can pull out their Frost Flag arrow freely. But that's for now. Not going to be next round. So for now, I'm just... Can I... Oh wait, this one is... Yeah, this one is Shadow Ansel Cryo, if I'm not wrong. Yes, this one is frozen, and then apply another cryo application again, so that should be Shadow Hansel Cryo. So I'm just gonna do another skill then. I might just use Rainbow Macaroni later because I'm sure I will survive this one. Okay, great. Where are your Frost Flag? Oh, with a talent as well. Okay, there you go. Chasca left with 3 HP, so 1. Yes, 1 right here. Or only 1 this 3 cryo damage. So for now, I should be... Wait, I cannot freeze them, right? I cannot. Yes, I cannot. Yes, she's immune. Still immune right there. Wait, what do we got right here? Oh, we got like a shield. But yeah, this is one. It is really tempting to discard those. So I may just discard this first. Discard this one first to get another time. And then... Oh. And then we could like... Wait. Should I discard Tenacity right now? Huh. I mean I could like do the burst right here. I'm just discard this one then. Discard this one. And then use Cannotilla support. Okay, another 3 cost. Nice. Another 3 cost card. Chasca is definitely survive for sure. Right? We got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, yeah. Oh, maybe rather than I use Will Burst, I could like
The breeze is restless
spread
today.
those cryo aura first. Yeah, I could do that. Honestly, okay. I could discard this one as well, and then this. Yeah, we do want to keep this one to Will. And now I could put this one 12 so he could survive. Okay, nice. And now, oh wait, oh yes, I forgot I cannot use another Chasca skill. Yes, I forgot. Oh my god. Yeah, that's no problem. Since we cannot use another Chasca skill, I suppose that's misplay right in there. Oh my bad. Yes, I will just use this one then. Okay, I'm gonna pass. And then for next round I definitely have these two to make Will more survive. Okay, this should be Ganyu first. And they probably gonna swap after this too. Okay. Oh, they not swapping. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, very good. Another Shadowhunt shell. So now since our card is it's so yes so few right here, there's a little number in our hand, we cannot like discard, but yeah, we have Q resonance, so that would not be a problem, hopefully. Okay, there's Q test to use. We should get another. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this one is so tempting to elemental tune. Oh my god, man. Yes, first of all, let's just use this one. And then the arcane as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, Mystic Soul. Nice. Do I need to discard this? I mean, it is really tempting, you know. But I think I could do like skill first. No, not skill. It's elemental first. I will just freeze Ganyu right now. Oh my god, it's only 6 stack. That's so little number. Okay, they proceed to Yay. I could like doing two. Okay, I think I need to use this right now. Use Mystic Soup, heal the target character during this round. Okay, this one very helpful. I need to save this one. Okay, nice. Now I'm gonna do another skill. And then I could just sleep in and pass, but that's really rough.
A sight to behold.
Okay, skill. Okay, skill here will definitely gonna kill. Yai, and yeah, those sleeping are not useful right now because we only left with 2 dice, so we're going to keep this one Vanarana. Okay, we're going to kill Yai right here. And there we go, she died.
The fun is over.
Okay, now we're out of shield, but thankfully there is
Shine down.
dark shadow right here. Okay, now we could pass. Ooh, they still had itu card. Oh, they pass. Okay, they not proceed to Raiden Sukun first. Okay, nice. Oh wait. Are you sure using itu card on Raiden? That's too fast decision. I mean, yeah. Raiden is definitely die right here. Oh my god. So few Hydro dice. But thankfully we got Zenyatta Flower, so we could like get a 2 card right here. Boom, what do we got? Okay, 2 cost, 2 cost. Nice. Um, 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 I could, I should do the purse right here. Yeah, I think I should do the purse. I need more dice, I'll be honest. Okay. I'm gonna use skill right here, so right hand burst not hurting my well very much. Oh no. Oh yeah, yes. Can you definitely gonna attack us, right? So we will get like additional 1 Hydro dice.
Thunderful sight.
So we could get more protection. Oh, that 12 dice. Oh my god. She's gonna do. Oh no.
Born of
I
icy
think
frost.
she's going to deal like double. Oh yes, still double. She has tenacity. She has tenacity, and now we're going to cast will burst. Bam. And now there's nothing that we can do. Our test is so bad. There you go. First frost leg is 4 damage. It's just the first time. Thankfully, yes, it's the first time. And then the second one, it definitely not going to be 4 damage. And now what do we do is gonna pass right here. Bam. And then, yeah. Oh, sadly that this Dark Shadow not going to kill Ganyu right now. And they cast another skill. Okay. For more protection. Okay. Well, that's not gonna help you a lot with that. With you cast another skill right there. So yeah, we're gonna win this for sure. Hydro dice, please. Yeah, Hydro dice, madam. Please, Hydro dice. Oh yeah, Hydro dice. What do we got anyway? Hydro dice. Oh, another Shadowhunt shell bullet. And then our last skill. And then there you go. Good game.
Must press.
So yeah, this deck is, I mean, very tricky to play, but I'm sure this one is very strong compared to the last one, because the first one, I mean, with the Chasca, Citlali, and Mavuika, it is very inconsistent, since the discard order is very randomly compared to this one. And then, well, this one is you aim to like a frozen reaction, since we're like stunning them with freeze, so we could like get a bit more space for will to get additional max HP at the end of round. So that's what we aim for. And then, yeah, since will like got like unlimited additional max HP, so yeah, it is so hard to like defeat him. So the difficulty of this deck is just when you discard or just elemental tune, you'll just have to make it at the same cost. Whenever you discard or elemental tune, the card that is throw away it should be the same cost. That is the hardest thing in this deck. But on top of that, this deck is so powerful. Yeah, I can guarantee you. But yeah, the hardest thing is the discard and elemental tune, just I said before. Okay, that is the showcase for the second deck. And now we're going to jump into the conclusion. We are finally at the last section, which is my conclusion about Chasca. To make it more convenient here, I just divide it into two, which are pros and cons about Chasca. Chasca is a character with unpredictable damage, considering that the Shadowhunt cell that we have is difficult for the enemy to know, like how many of them or what element that our Shadowhunt cell has. So this often makes your enemy miscalculation with your movement. However, because the damage is unpredictable like this, it causes Casca to be an inconsistent character in dealing damage, considering that we cannot set which one we want to discard, and Seto Hansel also does not always appear at the beginning. Therefore, she also depends on the card we have at the moment, since her personal damage is very low, because Casca's main focus is on discard, draw power, and her Seto Hansel. If she discards a card that cannot deal damage, this will make your Casca unable to deal maximum damage. Then, Casca Seto Hansel can offer more diverse discard options because characters who have skill with discard abilities such as Xinyan and Will can react with more elements, so this can open up new strategies for them too. Not only that, since Seto Hansel can be recycled again after being used or discarded, then this can certainly be a very good Will food. As we know that Well usually eats card with a cost of 3 for the highest, so this Seto Hansel is a very good option. Then Casca has her own draw power without any equipment, that is in her elemental skill and burst. It is just that we cannot use her elemental skill for the second time if the technique is still attached. If only this constraint didn't exist, then she could be an even stronger support for Will. Because sometimes we want Casca only as a card drawer, and there are times when Casca performs this card to cause a massive reaction. In terms of team choice, she can actually be paired with anyone as long as they have elements such as Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro, and Cafe. It doesn't have to be able to discard in their skill, because there are equipment that can help such as Wanderer Troop, Dog Hand, and more. The team problem is not the main problem because what should be highlighted from Casca is what card you will discard later. It will affect the overall damage of Casca. And that's a wrap on today Casca and discard. Have you played Casca in TCG? If so, please leave your impression in the comment below. How do you play her? What is your favorite deck for Casca? Then, if there's anything missing or wrong, you can also let me know in the comment below as well. So, it's time we conclude our yapping session in this video. The rest is additional gameplay from both decks. I'm Zenith, goodbye, and see you in the next video.
Anytime, any place. Burn it down!
alone. Never mind. Let's go. This is just a dream. I swear, it's for medical research.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
I swear, it's for medical research.
Ready to ride. Pyroclastic surge!
When the tide comes in, I shall return.
Can't sleep? Let's go for a walk. Not now. Not now.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
Get to work.
Chamber full and ready to roll.
Let's fly. Can't sleep? Let's go for a walk. above.